Hello, I'm going to give you a tour of this miniature sketchbook. It's one that I made myself, and if you want to know how to do that, I've got a class about it, but it's a simple stitched book, just stitched in the middle. It's different colours of sugar paper, and I've covered it using this, I think it's Nepali khadi paper or cotton rag paper that I got from a bookbinding shop online, and it's sealed with some golden thread. This is a book that I've drawn in. I haven't painted in this one, and it's all pictures either drawn in or drawn of the island of Arran, which is my favourite place in the world. So I'll start with this, which was the entrance to the cottage that we stayed in the last time we were there. It was called Rowan Bank, and that was the front door and what you saw when you opened it. It was lovely. This was the view out of my bedroom window there, and that was the bedroom that I got the view out of. This sort of approach where I've got tonal paper and I'm just drawing in the darks and the highlights, it was something that I'd picked up from a class from Ohn Mar Win. She's a food illustrator who's also a great YouTuber and Skillshare teacher. And I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to add a bit of colour in addition to the blacks and the whites. So these were some views from our cottage. This is the tallest mountain on the island. It's called Goat Fell. And this is a caldera, which is just along a little bit from Goat Fell, both of which we could see. And what I was trying to do was capture where the darkest shadows and the lightest lights were, and let the background colour of the paper fill in the mid-tones. So it's not quite black and white, but it's close to it. This is the bay in the main, I don't know if you can call it the capital, but the big city in the island, or big town, which is called Brodick. That's where the main ferry comes in. And this is the bay looking out towards Goat Fell. This was drawn in situ. All of those pictures so far were, including this one. That was the view of the back garden of where we stayed. Monkey puzzle tree. I normally draw people and paint people, but I wanted to work on my landscape and other drawing skills. This is a standing stone from thousands and thousands of years ago. It's just there by the side of the road. You drive past it when you leave Brodick heading north, and it's always kind of fascinated me, this ancient thing just standing there next to modern road. There's no sign or anything about it. This is the Glen Ashdale Falls. It's a double cascade waterfall. It's absolutely stunning in the village of Lamlash. This was a little river bank in Brodick up by the Ochranny Hotel. One of my favourite little river banks in the world. I used to go to Arran a lot as a kid. My grandparents would take me and my two cousins, and I just love it. It's in my bones. This was a view of the road that we stayed on. And Goat Fell was covered in clouds that particular moment. This is a rushing river in Glen Sannox, which is in the north of the island. Arran's described by some people as Scotland in miniature. So in the north of the island, you've got mountains and quite dramatic glens and scenery like that. And the southern part of the island, the geography is a bit more like lowland Scotland. This is a view from Whiting Bay of the little island that Arran has. It's got its own mini island, which is called the Holy Isle. And this is a view from the beach in Whiting Bay over towards the Holy Isle. This is again in Whiting Bay, but up high past the Glen Ashdale Falls, looking down towards the Holy Isle, and that's that bay that you can see in the last picture. At this point, I think I started using a dark blue Posca as well as the pink, just for a bit of fun. And this is a view from Sannox, looking up towards the mountains in that area. There are lots of standing stones in Arran, and the largest collection of them altogether is in this place called Macri Moor. And there's, I think, 3 distinct sites there. You can see one of them in the distance. And that's, I think, maybe the tallest stone there. It's absolutely enormous. I think it's maybe 8 feet or taller, maybe 12 actually. Really huge. This was a seascape. I wanted to practice looking out towards mainland Scotland. You can just see the hills of mainland on the horizon there. This is another sort of sea area, and this is again in Whiting Bay but looking south. This isn't actually sponsored by the Arran Tour Board. Maybe I should have asked them. This is a view that you get when you drive from Lamlash to Brodick. You get this beautiful view and you start to see the mountains of the northern part of the island. This is a view in Whiting Bay, looking out over the water towards the mainland. You can see the road is quite close to the coast there, so you get some fabulous views when you're walking or driving around. Oh, and this is a beautiful little rivery pathway in Brodick near the beach. That's the horizon line there, and you can just start to see the start of the beach past the trees. So in this book, I mostly used Poscas, although some of the blacks at the start were done with Sharpie, and some of the details with this Pigma Micron marker. I also had a black Sharpie that I used, a black Posca, but I can't find it right now. And these are the colours if you're interested. I hope you have enjoyed. Speak soon.